Yo, we are live. What's up? What's up, everybody? All right, just check and make sure everything's good. Um, there is, there might be some background noise, so sorry if you hear that. My bad. So today, it's kind of a very open discussion. Um, I do have a couple things to talk about. Um, Nothing major. Not much has happened, honestly. Um, Usually there's a lot more going on. There should be the season's about to start. I think we got another month or so, so we got a couple more streams until then. The tour down under is still going on. We got the New Zealand Open happening right now. Uh, Let me bring up my notes because I had some notes written down for that. It's happening this weekend. The first round is up on the Go Throw Disc Golf YouTube channel. The lead card is Ezra Robinson, Levi Stout, Jeremy Coling, and Tall Paul Omen. Starting it off, I'm glad Big Germ is getting some more camera time with his new sponsor of MVP. It's cool to see him trying to figure out the new stuff. It's super windy on this course this week, so that's cool to see how all the new discs and stuff are going to react. I'm sure it's pretty scary playing in a court at a course that you never played before, playing with discs that you have only thrown. What am I saying? Only threw. I mean, I can't say he's only thrown it a handful of times. I'm sure he's been trying to throw it as much as possible, but um, he seems to be figuring out the disc pretty quick, and it's cool to see. But he hasn't played in the wind like he has been through this first round. So I'm excited to see if he comes out. I'm sure he's going to cash at some of these tournaments this year. I wouldn't, I want to see if he can take another win on the Pro Tour. I know that's a stretch, but it would be cool to see. Um, let's wait until some more people get up in here. Stream just started. I have it under entertainment instead of sports because I'm just trying to be entertaining. It's about sports, if anyone considers disc golf a sport. So I want somebody to see this because I'm going to show you something that is pretty new. Well, obviously it's new. It's unreleased, and I got some stuff to say about it. So if you're watching this later, what's up? Subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this right now, subscribe to the channel. Um, for you people that have been watching my channel for quite a while, you know that I used to do a series called How to Throw, where I would take a disc, make a whole video about just that disc, and I will throw it and show you every line that it has to offer, how it flies on those lines. I originally wanted to call it How It Flies. Well, How to Throw just sounds like a tutorial, like how to throw. And there's no right or wrong way to throw a disc. So if you want to throw a Roadrunner at a roller, go for it. If you want to try to throw a zone or a buzz on a roller, that's not going to happen. But you could try. I always know how to try. But I do have a new How to Throw episode coming out tomorrow. And then Um, actually, I said I told you that I was gonna stick to the schedule. I do have videos coming out every day. That one's coming out on Monday. Uh, so in the meantime, every single day, I'll have a new Disc Golf Valley daily challenge video every week. I think on Fridays is when the fourth round opens every week for the weekly tournament. I'm going to do a weekly tournament every week. I'm going to play all 4 rounds back to back and just do some chill multiplayer, you know. I play every single day. I don't miss a day. I haven't in years. I used to have my old account, which had better discs, I think. And I forgot what happened to it. I couldn't sign into it. I should have just used my Apple login because I have the same one since ever. And I ruined that for myself. So I had to restart a couple of years ago. And I was really sad about that. That wasn't cool. So I'm back at it now. Like I'm back to where I want to be. But man, I miss some of those discs that I used to have because I haven't found those discs in the game, which is kind of crazy. But I'm super solid with the bag I have now. Wow, my voice just did a thing. I think I'm super solid with it. You might not think so, but I think so. And so the daily challenge videos are gonna come out every day. But so since I stopped doing my how to throw videos, which my last one was October 4th, I was still on some of the newer Discmania stuff that I got. And since then, I have a whole bag of MVP. I have done a couple of MVP how to throws, but uh, most of this bag came from the Gyropalooza box. And so the next uh, the next episode will be the Streamline Lift. Don't know why I started with that one. I went out there. There's a soccer field nearby, which I think would be better because it's flat. The place I was doing it, which was a hole 4 at Union, it wasn't completely flat. So I didn't want to play it on like a specific hole anymore. I wanted to do them just out in the open. Like I'm not trying to make it to a certain distance. I want to see how far I can push these discs or whatever. So that's what I did, and I did it at the wrong time because school was letting out nearby, and all these kids flooded the playground and the soccer field. So half of the episode kind of got ruined. So, but it is coming out on Monday. Like I said, new series of Disc Golf Valley coming every single day. I'm gonna have a couple different series. I might do one where I do like 2 multiplayer rounds an episode. I'm gonna do the weekly tournaments. I think that's gonna be on Fridays. And yeah, I'm so my regular stuff that I post is gonna be still on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So some days I'll have 2 uploads and some shorts. So I'm really going hard here. I kind of wish I would have started doing the Disc Golf Valley stuff. I know it's kind of weird to mix the two, like real life disc golf with uh, Disc Golf Valley, the game. I'm gonna see how it goes though. I'm really well. I'm gonna say I'm really good at Disc Golf Valley. There's people that could kick the crap out of me any day, but yeah, we can talk about anything. I see some people in here. What is up? I was just talking about the tour down under. They're still going. The New Zealand Open is this weekend. It's going on right now. I didn't even watch the full first round. I I'm busy usually last like 2 hours leading up to my streams, so I didn't really have much planned, but I did want to show you some unreleased footage from Wednesday. So this video is going to come out on Wednesday. I do want to explain the situation. It's a different video than I usually post, but it's a really cool one. I hit a huge shot, like absolutely huge, but I wouldn't call it an ace. I've never aced before, but if I can do this, I can ace. Honestly, it's kind of a crazy shot. So I'm going to show you that shot real quick. And so this shot was from hole one's tee to hole two's basket. This is the worst disc golf course I've ever played at. I will do some. I will try to make a video of me playing the entire course. It's so bad, like I don't even know how to play the whole course. I've made it to hole 5, and after that, you're just kind of out of luck. It looks fine when you pull up to it, but it has to be one of the worst courses. It has a 1.3 rating on UDisc, but I do want to show you this. If it looks any good, it might not look that good on here. So let's get it up and see if I can show you this real quick. I posted on Facebook. That's all I've done. So yeah, if you guys want to get in the chat and throw a topic out there, give us something to talk about, go for it. But I'm going to let everyone else decide if I could count this as an ace. Really, this should be hole 1. The actual hole 1 is stupid. You can't even reach the basket from the tee. It's so stupid. All right, here we go. Is that it? No. Well. Oh my God. Oh, is that it? Oh my God, I just hit that. Oh. All right. That is that is some unreleased footage from my next video. Well, not my next one. My next one's a new how to throw video. And then that one's coming out. And it didn't really take me that long to hit it. It was so my first 2 like rounds of trying to throw it in, I just did like flat and hyzer depending on what I was throwing. And then I was like, this is going to be such an easier angle if I throw an anhyzer. And I think that first clip you just saw, that was my first throw doing anhyzer. It skipped off the top. There was only 2 more shots in between that got pretty close. And then the fission dimension is the one that went in. I know it's kind of hard to see on there, but that video will be up. And spoiler alert for that one, I make it in. But I would love to call this an ace, but honestly, I cannot do that because that was from hole 1's tee to hole 2's basket. Hole 2 is stupid too. Hole 3 is fine. It's stupidly simple. Like you can't. Well, you can mess it up, but it's so dumb. Like I'm probably gonna go after that one next. I'm gonna ace that one. And call it my actual first ace, but I don't want my first ace to be at this course. This course sucks. I hate it so much. And everyone else that knows this course will agree that it sucks. Don't even bother playing there. Go into town. Go play Valentine. go play a girls softball field. Or if you want to go a little bit further than that, there's two amazing courses at the Orgle disc, or I wouldn't say at Orgle golf course, but half of it's a disc golf course. So the cool thing about that one is they're designed separately. There's an easy course, I would say. I guess it's not really beginner friendly, but there's like an intermediate course and like a, I wouldn't even call the other one a pro level course. It's not pro level. You wouldn't see, it's not going to be on the tour. I guess a intermediate course and a local pro course. We'll say that. It's a local pro course, and it's really not that bad. Like, I've never had a problem playing it. But yeah, there's a lot more cooler courses out here, but unfortunately, the one I'm closest to is that one. Like I said, hole 3 is really straightforward, really easy, but it's like 215 feet. But the thing is, the basket's over here. Okay, I'm trying to do this. The basket's over here, and the tee pad is pointed almost diagonally to the pin. So, the thing about this course is there's no tee signs. Luckily, there's concrete tee pads. I don't know how that happened. But whoever designed this course has never seen disc golf, has never played disc golf, will probably never own a disc in their life. They probably never touched it. You can tell the way everything's set up and just the idea they had, which I have no idea what idea they had for this course. The person did not play. There's no way they know what disc golf is. And I'm pretty sure one of my friends went out there to clean it up and make it playable and said that it sucked and they just need a complete redesign. The only thing I wouldn't change is, well, I can only speak for the first 5 holes. So hole 1 and 2 need to be merged into one. And so technically if they did that, that would be, you could call that an ace. Let's get some discussion going on. This is what the stream is about. Come on. Anything you want to talk about? Any news you want to give me? I have not been able to find anything this week besides what I got going on my channel. Some big changes. And the tour down under. Big whoop. I mean, it's fun to watch. Some pro disc golf on the off season. I guess I could do my little Instagram scrolly thing and find some stuff to talk about. But yeah, I wanted to get a lot of other people involved. It's a lot of fun. Well, it could be a lot of fun. But yeah, I hit that huge shot, and I think that would be a perfect first hole. That would be, and the tee pad's actually pointed in the right direction. So when I first went to play there, I thought that was the first one, and I almost put it in first try of ever playing there. And then I look on UDisc and realize the first hole is over here in the trees, completely surrounded. There's not really an opening to this pin. And I even took a matrix. Not a matrix. What am I talking about? I took a method, right? Super overstable. And I put it on a very steep hyzer angle. Threw it way up in the air. Tried to crash it down behind the trees. I still barely made it into circle 1. We're talking about what? I'm talking about the worst course ever. And it's right down the street from here. I don't even know what the course is called. It's in Drummond's, Tennessee. It's at the Drummond's City Park, I guess you would call it. Don't go here. Don't play there. You will waste your time. You will give yourself a headache because this place is a literal headache. We're talking about, what do you mean? What's up? Welcome to the stream, Anthony. Man, I want to play some. I really want to play some tournaments, but like they're all in Jackson and Milan, dude. I've wanted to play a tournament in Milan so bad, but yeah. Let's anything you want to talk about. We're open. We are open to talk about whatever. If you have any news, any disc golf news, let's see. See what they're posting on Instagram. That's not disc golf. This is not disc golf. I thought this was supposed to be all disc golf. Ezra Robinson finally showed everybody what's in his bag. Um, Apparently he's throwing some stuff that not many Discraft players are throwing. Let's see what else. Just a bunch of disc golf memes. Man, I don't know. Every single stream so far has been packed with stuff to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's tomorrow. Man, I want to play. I want to play at Milan. It's been so long. I used to live like right down the street from the Milan Park, and I was there every single day. When I picked disc golf back up in 2021, I was living in Milan, and had like 5 Innova discs. I completely restarted disc golf, and it took me. It didn't take me as long to get back into it. I definitely had no idea what I was doing. Before, I just played for fun. I still just play for fun. I just play for the camera. Oh, okay, cool. See you, Anthony. Um, so when I started back up, and I should do a comparison to when I started playing again after 4 years versus my form now. It is, uh, it is such a difference. It's a huge difference. I hate watching my old videos, but it is interesting. I also tried to do an ace video at that course in Milan, and it wasn't. Uh, I don't know what I was thinking because, like, now that I know a whole lot more about disc golf and I feel like I'm a lot better than I was back then, I was running the basket pretty easily. I mean, it's only like 200 and something feet. Like, it's not even, it's like a slight toss now for me. But back then I was ripping them and I was making it to the pin. And it, and like I seen what discs I had because I already know what I had, but the way I was throwing them, like the height and the angles and everything, like there's no way any of those would have went in. So that's some unreleased footage from 2021 that I shot and never did anything with. I didn't even have my YouTube channel. What is my favorite disc? Hmm. What is my favorite disc? I'm looking around because I have all my stuff down here. Um. Hmm. I'm gonna say it's an Innova. Probably one of my Halos. Uh, I wouldn't say my favorite disc ever, but well, this one. This is a Halo Beast. And the only reason I love it so much is because it's so beat in. So it flies exactly how it's supposed to. I had a Champion Beast that was so overstable. And I found it on like a 260-foot hole at a pitch and putt course. And someone's out there ripping Champion Beasts, which is funny. But yeah, that is my favorite disc. Uh, if I had to guess, the champion version was not my favorite. I have a bunch of other favorites, but if I just had to pick one, okay, let's do this. If I had to pick 3 discs to play with for the whole next year, okay, the Beast for my driver. I would have to say the Mako 3 for my mid range, and probably my P2 putters because those feel the best for me. I feel like I'm more consistent with those putters. Because that's my tournament bag when I play tournaments and when I go do anything competitive like subscriber showdowns. Which, if you guys want to be in one, please, I want to shoot more. I need to have more people in my videos. I've built this whole thing up by myself uh, for the last year, almost year and a half. I want to have more people on. I can only be so entertaining by myself. I'm not saying I need help, but I think it's more entertaining when you're just having fun and doing challenges and stuff. I'm going to get my disc golf game out there pretty soon. I just need to do it. I got to just do it. I'm going to make a prototype. I'm going to work on that like as soon as I can. I'm making a prototype, getting some people out here to play the game. It's just going to be like one round. I'll have a spot where you can pre-order it, and then I'm going to see how many people are interested. And I mean, I'm coming through with the pre-orders anyway. I given one to Pop Top Disc Golf. They said they would play it. I'm going to ask Foundation if they can play it. It's super simple to play. It's not like Ripped Revenge. Ripped Revenge, I feel like it's kind of confusing, especially when you first play it. Some disc golf games are super confusing to me. I don't know why. But this one is super simple. But the thing is, it can snowball at like literally after the first hole. You play the first hole like normal, and then the whole rest of the round could be so messed up, and it's just funny to watch. I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. That's why I'm making the prototypes. I'm going to get some people out here to play it with me, kind of test it out. Obviously, I'm going to video it. I'm going to tell you the name of it. I need to come up with some designs. That's really what's stopping me. But I'm going to use that video for like a Kickstarter, and then you guys can pre-order yours and support the channel. And we're going to get, I'm going to try to start out with 100 copies of the game. I'm going to take a couple, send it out to some people to play, and I might play it like twice a month on the channel. I think that would be really good. You can switch it up if you want. What's up, Asher? So what's cool about, like, if you had my disc golf card game in your hands, like, you can leave some of the parts out and still play the game. So you can customize the game however you want, and while using the cards. I'm not going to give too much away because it's going to be so fun. I can't wait. So you can usually 4 people play in a group, but if you want, you can have up to like 8 people, 9 people. So if you just want to play casually, it could get crazy. It kind of bounces off of each other too. So in a way, if I had to guess, it's kind of like a birdie or die kind of thing, but you're not dead. It's not like no one's getting kicked out of the game in my card game. Don't worry about, losing or anything. Obviously, how you win is shoot the best score, just like disc golf. It's not going to get in the way of anything. It's just going to be really dumb and really fun. Um, I'm still adding stuff to it. I might come out with like some expansion packs, kind of like Cards Against Humanity. Like they came out with their base game, and then they come out with an expansion pack, and then more expansion packs. So I'm thinking like what I have right now is the base game, and I'm going to add to it and take suggestions from people. So, yeah, problem multiplayer game is you need friends. Well, that's what I like about disc golf. You can go out and play by yourself if you want. I've done that more than anything. I used to play with people all the time. Like I would never go out unless I had people to play with, and that ended up being my friend Brian. But I'm sure a lot of people missed this episode. I played at the Bend, and I did like a story kind of thing. I gotta get in a better position. This is so uncomfortable. Okay, so the reason why I quit disc golf for 4 years, I didn't mean to quit. I wasn't like, oh, I'm not playing this no more. But what happened took all the excitement out. You can go watch that. Oh, you seen it? Yeah, good. Um, it was a hard one to make, but my friend who was like my doubles partner, he taught me how to like start with disc golf and like kind of showed me how to play and how to throw a disc somewhat good. I mean, he wasn't. We played better together, and that's why we played all the time. And so we thought we would be the best doubles team, and so that's what we were practicing for. And he got killed. Yeah, I will go play a round of disc golf by myself any day. I don't care. I'm not too messed up about it. I do like when people tag along and just I was supposed to do that today, but I couldn't. Stupid. But it's all right. Um Sometimes I really don't like playing with groups of people. Cuz a couple times I've played and it was like I was throwing one disc and everyone else was like emptying their bags on the entire hole, and then they couldn't find half of their stuff, and I would just be looking at them waiting on them to pick up all their stuff, and then I have to help them find one of their 20 discs that they threw off the tee because they couldn't keep up with literally that many. And when I lose my one that I throw, they're gone. They're like they just move on. So yeah, that was a specific group of people, but like literally I couldn't tell you their names right now. But I just kind of felt like out of place and kind of dumb. I wasn't really for it. It kind of made me feel like they let me play because they felt bad for me. Kind of like giving a kid a controller that's not plugged up. And be like, yeah, you're playing. Yeah, no, that's how I felt. Never again. Oh yeah, when you have more than four people, it you know, people two of the you're playing with six people, two of those people lose a disc, you're spending 20-30 minutes on that hole. And not everyone is going to completely everyone's going to be at different skill levels. So you might have a dude that can't throw more than 230 feet, and then you can have another dude that's bombing them. Tampa, Florida. Cool. I've never been to Tampa. I've been to Florida a bunch. I've never. Okay, I think the only two states that I've played disc golf in, sadly, is Tennessee and Arkansas. I mean, there's some really good courses between the two states, but there could be. There's so much more I'm missing out on. I know Missouri's not that far from me, and I know there's a lot of good disc golf in Missouri. I need to go check that out. Atticus. Oh, that was Atticus. I did. I just did. Lock picking. Anyway, my mom doesn't understand that there's a delay on the chat. I'm getting to everybody. Last stream was horrible. There wasn't, in a whole hour, there was literally no one saying anything, but I had a lot to talk about. So that's a good stream to go back and rewatch if you want to go rewatch it. I want to take the audio of these and like actually make it to a podcast, but I'm going to wait until it gets a little more interesting. I plan on having guests on here. I plan on maybe if this gets big, I want to do I want to do maybe some interviews with some pros or something. I know a couple of the pros. I've talked to them quite a bit. I'm not going to tell you who, but I know a couple. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that the Las Vegas Challenge used to be like where they had All-Stars, which that's what they start out with every year is the All-Star events. I hope they're doing that again this year. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't. You can't kick off a disc golf season without the All-Star event. I mean, it's an annual thing. But yes, I think they switched it to Florida because I don't know how I assume it's just really hot, gross in Las Vegas. I think they did it in LA too. But I remember the Las Vegas Challenge being one of the spots where they did it. But I think Florida is a better choice because I'm pretty sure Paul Macbeth and Calvin Heimberg, I know there's probably a lot more that live in Florida, but they specifically moved down there so they could play disc golf for the entire year and not have to worry about, the weather. Or in Paul Macbeth's case, living in California, got to dodge fires, and plastic melts in fire. So you can't be throwing your disc in fiery places. I've never done that. Oh yeah, one thing I want to talk about. Remember this disc, the mystery disc? I think it was November's or December's foundation box. They were like, oh, if you make a video and try to guess what disc it is, then you can win. You'll be entered to win like a shopping spree or something on their website. I never heard anything about it. I guessed an MD3 because it is a mid-range. I don't know. Well, we're going to be able to do this. It is a mid-range. Yeah, this thing is not focusing. There we go. Here's the profile of it. What do you guys think it is? I've even wrote them on Instagram and I said, can you please tell us what disc this is? And I never got a reply back on it. A goat farm. Ken Climo and Paul Macbeth living in Florida. Oh yeah, why didn't I say Ken Climo? Durr. Yeah. That would be funny to call it the goat farm. But yeah, I'm still going to do a how to throw video on it. I think it's an MD3, but the plastic has got me confused because I don't know any Discmania plastic that look like this. Let me try to get it to focus. Yeah, like I have a lot of Discmania and I don't know the plastic. I know it's not Innova because, I mean, this could easily be an Innova disc, but I think it flies closer and feels pretty much identical to the MD3 or the MD1. Those are really hard to tell apart. But it has like a micro bead on it. I've compared them, and this thing is identical to an MD3. I don't know. I know it's kind of hard to just tell by the thing, but I'm still going to do a how to throw video on that. One disc that surprised me was this Puddle Top A5. One of the few Prodigy discs that I have. I don't know if it's even supposed to be like this. Like, look at this Puddle Top. Let's try to get it to focus. Come on. Anyway, it just dips down. Like, this thing could hold a decent amount of water on top. It flies amazing though. It feels like the Berg and like a what's that other disc? Oh my god. It doesn't have that little lip on the top like a Berg, but the way it like comes down feels like a what's the other disc? It's super overstable. I thought this thing was going to not even fly. The first time I threw it like I was throwing a tilt, just because if you pick this disc up, it's going to feel like that too. I don't know. Asher could probably answer this. I don't throw Prodigy. This came from one of the mystery boxes, or the subscription. It has like a cool alien stamp on it. But are the A5s like Puddle Top like this? And are they supposed to be overstable? Because when I threw it, I was like, this thing's going to be stupid overstable. And it actually flies insanely good. Like, I absolutely love how that thing flies. Maybe I should go after Prodigy, since they're snagging creators now instead of touring pros, except a couple. Chantel Badinsky is still on for now. I don't know if she's gonna move. I don't know why they've kept her on and and then got rid of all these other people. We talked about this last week, because there were some moves in. There was some movement in the Prodigy lineup because they added people instead of taking people away. Luke Humphreys and that Manabu dude from Japan, I think, is still on. But if you noticed, my friend Asher in the comments, he just got sponsored. Is it like a legit sponsor, or is it like a partnership kind of thing, like a ambassador? I'm pretty sure there's a difference between ambassador and like a actual sponsor. I mean, if it's a actual sponsor, good for you, dude. That's what I'm trying to get. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad you could jump on the stream. You went to the expo? Man, I wanted to go. Obviously I can't. I mean, where was that? The East that was that was way up north. That was like, I would have to get like plane tickets and stuff to go to that. I would have loved to go. So, Greg says the Las Vegas Challenge was known as the Gentleman's Club Challenge. That sounds like a name for what's it called? Like a gentleman's club, but like a strip club or something. I don't know the similarities. In Massachusetts, right? Yeah. That doesn't seem like a family friendly kind of name, especially for the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for them to change the name for junior players, because I feel like there's more younger people and women coming into the sport. I think that keeping it as family friendly as possible, which I'm not saying it, that's boring. I mean, who wouldn't want to see like who wouldn't want a custom stamp of a girl in a bikini? But definitely, like, you don't see any of the FPL players modeling or anything. I guess you could count Kristen Tatar or Kristen Lott, however you want to say it. Um, Technically, it's Kristen Lott, and I think this next season she's going by that name. But yeah, just you know, there's n- there's no reason to go like a R-rated kind of direction in disc golf. Like, there's no room for it. Even if there was, I don't think it would do very good. But you can have a custom stamp of whatever you want. I think it'd be different. But yeah, you're not gonna see any FBO players on OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm nowhere near Massachusetts. I bet it was awesome though. Like, that is, man, I would love to go to that. Another thing that sucks this year, and I've went every year, not every year, but I went the last 2 or 3 years, and that is the, oh my god, I just had it on my shirt. The Jonesboro Open. Um, the closest I have now is Music City Open, and I've had to move farther away from Nashville. I was about 2 hours away. Now I'm about 3.5 hours away, which sucks. I'm probably not even gonna go, which is lame. I have a lot of good memories, a lot of fun memories from Jonesboro. Hopefully, it'll be back in 2026 though. If I had to guess, Prodigy usually sponsored that event, and because in their recent changes and maybe not being able to pick up another sponsor for Jonesboro Open, it also could have been Play It Again Sports. They were also a sponsor. They were like the two main ones. They had like some smaller ones, but the two main ones was a disc manufacturer and Play It Again, which they Jonesboro has a Play It Again. That's where they would have the what's that what's that called, the like after party for like after the second round, Fly Mart. That's where they would have the Fly Mart. And man, I've met so many cool people that way. Like, if you ever go, like if you're going to your first pro tour event, look to see where the Fly Mart is, because that's like a miniature disc golf expo. You met Climo, Paul Macbeth, Simon AB, Casey White, Jay Redding, Will Sustrick. That is super sick. The only person I haven't met off that list, I haven't met Ken Climo, but I want to meet Will Sustrick. I remember when I first started playing, well, not really started playing, when I first like looked into like professional disc golf. I was already playing disc golf, but I was like just curious if there was any like professional leagues and stuff going on, and uh obviously there was. And the two people that really caught my attention when I started watching it was Michael Johansson, which I still love him. He's great. I wish he played more. And Will Schustrick. And I would have never in a million years, I'm sure anybody would have guessed that he was going to become the CEO of Prodigy. That's crazy. Uh, Another shocking one was Big Germ leaving Innova, because it kind of felt, and Ken Climo leaving Innova, it kind of felt like, those older guys who's been on the same sponsor for the longest time would just stay on. But you got to go where the money is. And how big are AB's hands? in real life. Uh, I think he can palm a disc. I think I've seen it before. So I'm sure there's not a lot of room under there with his long fingers, but I'm pretty sure his hand is like, I'm sure he can get his fingertips around each one or each side and like grip a disc, kind of like a basketball player. Like they have huge hands and they don't even need to dribble. They could just hold the ball. They make it look really tiny. Oh, dude, yeah, I bet Will Shoestrick is slammed right now with Prodigy everything. I really hope he does some cool stuff for Prodigy, and I like that I give them props for going after creators and not so much trying to build back up their pro team. I think giving the creators a chance to push this, because the world is a different place. Like back in the day, you would have never ever thought that just making videos on YouTube or being some kind of influencer for disc golf would ever get you a sponsor. You would have to be a touring pro. But I think it's really cool that now we have like Bodanza and people like that with signature discs that, I mean, he's kind of sort of on the pro tour, but I think what got him his sponsor was his YouTube channel. But hey, if Prodigy's going after creators, I've I technically have never thrown a Prodigy disc on my channel, so I would love to get the chance to do that. I know Ash is doing it. Um, I don't know if I've met AB before. I know I've met. I think the first pro I ever met was Philo Brathwaite. That dude is tall. Like, you think he might be tall, like just watching videos or something? I'm average height, and this dude was like towering over me. I was like trying to get a picture with him, and had to do it at such a weird angle because he's so tall. Like, I don't exactly know how tall he is, but oh, well, I'm not really doing a very good job. Oh, my dad told me that. My dad is all about Prodigy. He told me they picked up Gavin Rathbun. I didn't know they picked up Jake Hebenheimer, though. That's cool. So I guess they kind of are. Um, so my point to that was, it's cool that they're giving smaller creators and like influencers on YouTube and other platforms a sponsor that is, like a bigger sponsor. That's a good way to rebuild a brand. And I think, I'm not going to say they didn't have a choice, but I think that move was such a good move on their part. Um, but they, as far as like in the touring pro kind of community, they kind of ruined their reputation, in my opinion. For because everyone talks about flashing of the discs. Everyone talks about like how inconsistently made they are. Like, you can get the same plastic, the same mold at just different times, and they'll fly differently. That's just what I've heard. Jay Redding did a seminar about how he got started touring and acquiring sponsors. He was sponsored by brands, some like smaller stuff. Oh yeah, when he started, dude, that like, I mean, you can tell people how it was done back then, but you can't really take that advice these days. These days, man, it's so saturated. I kind of feel like you have to uh wait until like their applications open, like application time to be considered like by a sponsor. You're competing with all these different people. I did it for Innova, and I told him like, literally I only throw Innova. I have like 500 subscribers right now, and I want to be an ambassador so I can continue to do what I do, but do it in a different way. Like maybe get some stuff that I would have never thrown by them, and just be able to wear Innova in like tournaments and like the Team Innova logo. And they're like, oh, well, we'll get you over to our marketing team. And I'm like, no, I was trying to get, I mean, an official sponsor would have been sick, but at least an ambassador, you know, like give me a chance. By one of my favorite manufacturers ever. I still love Innova. I know I've been doing other things aside from Innova. It's been a while since I've thrown my Innova stuff, but I'm trying to get out there. I didn't want people to think I was just Innova and like the biggest fanboy to where I would never throw anything else. No, I'm glad that I built an MVP bag and a Discmania bag. And I'm thinking now that all the hype for Isaac Robinson is on Latitude 64, I think they're going to step it up a notch. And I think I'm going to try out some Latitude 64. I've never thrown Latitude 64. Let me know. Let me know what your favorite Latitude 64 disc is. I'll have to try them. What scores should you be shooting before you try Attorney? Okay, so that all depends. I see some people answering that. Beginners do play at MA4. Okay, so if my dad was in here, he could explain this to you better. I mean, I'm going to have my dad on the channel at some point. I'm going to get him to be my co-host. He can tell you more about this than I can, actually. He hasn't been playing but for about a year and a half or so. But what score you should be shooting there's not a set score. If there was a set score, disc golf would be so boring. It all depends on the course you play, the people you're playing against. That's the biggest one, your competitors. And obviously you're going to be playing MA4. So that really just go out and get the experience. Don't think about winning or playing good or all of that. The best thing to do is play with lots of different skill levels and not trying to copy people, but pick things up here and there. I think this is a really good example of what I just said. Okay, so I started playing drums when I was 4, and I got more and more serious about it over the years, and I started watching famous drummers. Just like when people get into disc golf and they start watching these pros. What I did was I thought, I like the way this drummer does drum fills. I like the way this drummer does blast beats. I like their form or their technique in double pedals, like really fast stuff, because if you can't tell, I like metal. If you're new to the channel, dude, subscribe. And I got a lot of stuff coming. But I just took little things from each drummer that I liked, and I shaped my own style into something original. So not copying people. So when you do play a tournament and there are better players, there's always going to be somebody better than you unless you're AB or I wouldn't say Paul Macbeth, maybe back in like 2012 to 2017. But yeah, take like, so in the example I just did, maybe you like the way Simon putts. I actually putt a lot like Simon Lizotte. So I like the way Simon putts. So I try to take his form and like how he does it and put it into my own game, and it's worked for me. And I can't tell you who I've kind of looked into more with the driving form, like off the tee. I haven't really done that with disc golf. I've watched a lot of people and like I've noticed some things here and there, but learned from other people. Not so much like pay for a coach or anything. Like get that experience in, especially when to do competitively. Don't think about all that stuff. Go play a tournament. Just don't think about what disc you have, anything like that. Play MA4 for a while until you get established. You don't even have to get a PDGA number. You know, you can just start playing and it's not going to hurt you, man. It's just really good. Like if you want to be like a competitor one day, then getting established first would be good. Kind of like I did. I've been playing since 2011. I played my first tournament last year because I felt confident enough, but I did have that 4-year break, and I've been working on like my form hardcore since 2021. So that's just me though. Have I played any Georgia courses? No, the only places I played is in Tennessee and Arkansas. Oh, no, I've played some in Mississippi, like very north of Mississippi, but no, I haven't played anything else. The River is a great disc. I already have it on my 1010 cart. How much glide it has. If we're talking trilogy. Okay. So I understand that like Isaac Robinson, he can throw whatever, not just latitude 64. The River, okay, I will say I threw a River, but only because I was playing a course and somebody had left theirs. So I called him on the phone and he was like 2 holes up, and I was like, I'll just throw it to you. I don't think it had like the flight numbers. It was like really beat up and stuff. And I was like, how does it fly? He's like, it's stable, you know. We're going to get into this conversation. There's overstable, there's stable, and then there's understable. So when people say stable these days, I feel like they're saying it's overstable. It's so confusing. I don't even want to get into that conversation. Just say overstable or stable, or just say straight. Anyway, he said it was stable, not, you know, it's not going to do anything crazy. So I threw it to him, and it was a horrible throw, and he had to walk way far away. I was trying to throw it to him, and I guess it was so beat in that it just didn't fly like it was supposed to. But I was like, I'm not a fan of that. I'm also not a fan of dynamic disc at all, because I found a felon on the course once. I was like, oh, I wonder what this flies like. And this was when my form and my power was not able to throw a felon. And I was like, oh, wow, this sucks. I mean, you can't throw one disc once and just say it sucks, and that's your whole idea around a specific manufacturer. But like, I've thrown a couple of other dynamic discs, and yeah, I'm not a fan. So neutral. Yeah, some people say neutral. I think you can say neutral, or I just think saying stable, like you can't say more and more and more over, or more and more and more stable. I think that's stupid. Like, just say, this would be really easy to do. Just say overstable, as it being like, there should be like a baseline of overstable. Like, not that overstable. And then there should be a little overstable. This is stupid. Like, there should be 3 different levels of overstableness. Extremely overstable, so we're talking like a splice. Not as much overstable. Now, this isn't going to work. Even if I talk about it on here, it's not going to reach everybody. they're just going to keep saying more and more and more stable. I think stable is just one. Like, you can't have more or less stableness. That's why we have other words like over and understable, and it makes sense. But no one uses it like that. I do, but that's just me. I guess I'm a little old school when it comes to the terminology of disc golf, but people have a lot of years on me. So I guess if you let me figure this out. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. So I quit playing disc golf in 2017. That was the year that my friend died. I'm trying to figure out how many years I've actually been playing disc golf, because I can't really say that I can't really say that I've played since 2011. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I played for 6 years before I stopped. And then I've played since 2021. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've been playing for 10 years on and off, but it was only off once. And that was for 4 years. I'm really not trying to be confusing. I'm trying to figure out for myself, so I can just be like, I've been playing for 10 years, and that's all you need to know. I don't need a whole life story, Man, this has been a way more successful stream. This is the first time I've gone over an hour without trying to force it. That's good. I hope you guys, like this format. I think it's great. It's hard to call this a podcast, but it's just a chill stream, to talk about everything disc golf. There's a lot to talk about, but there's going to be even more to talk about when the season starts. And I think that's when these are really going to pop off. And by 7 o'clock, even when the season starts, the stream's going to be over for, if you guys even watch the Disc Golf Network streams, I do. And literally they're over at around 7 o'clock. So I'm going to keep the same time and day. I might change it for, what is it? I might change it for the day. I think a Thursday night would be good, because that's, in most tournaments, that's the day before the tournament starts. And I think everyone can come together and give their thoughts on the stream don't have to be over. As long as we're talking about something, the stream is gonna go. So yeah. Last few episodes, which are the only ones, because this is the third one. I've went an hour. Almost went an hour last time, but I just literally no one was talking, and I was kind of sad. I was like, man, was this a bad idea? But no, it is not a bad idea. But I will go for as long as I need to. It don't matter to me. All my stuff's plugged in. I got battery for everything. The only thing that could die is my light. I have other batteries for it though. But I do think, I think switching the day would kind of hurt my stream. But I think it'd be fun to have this stream to where it's the day before the official tournament, and we can kind of guess and see who is going to win and see who was right. And then the next time we can talk about it. All kinds of stuff we can do with these. Either way, it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot more to talk about. This week, there was not really much to talk about. And we've went over an hour. That's what I want from these. I want everyone to be able to contribute to the conversation. That's why I started this, and I think it was a pretty good idea. If you guys like it, I like it. I don't care. I used to stream all the time, not on here, but on like other channels that I've had, and it's never been successful. So I think with the somewhat success I've had on here, this would be the best time to be the best time to stream. I'm so used to streaming to 0 people, and I don't want to do that anymore. That's no fun. So what else you guys got going on? I know some of my friends are playing some tournaments soon. I was going to join you guys and make some videos of tournaments, but I can no longer do that for now. I'm getting back, but the videos are coming harder than ever. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this family friendly, so sorry that I said that. I really want to get up and grab my drink. There we go. Cheers. I really want a more comfortable place to do this. That would be cool. I want to have like a circle with like microphone stands and stuff and have guests, you know? Anyway, I don't want to drink this on stream. But yeah, I think if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, go for it. But I might go until hour and 15 minutes, which we're at an hour and 11. So yeah, if you guys want to talk about anything else. Oh yeah, did anyone ever try to figure out what disc this was? Like if anyone actually knows. They never announced the winner for the Foundation mystery thing. Someone had to have gotten it right. I don't know if you see my video on the Foundation box thing, but this was their mystery box subscription thing because like it was mystery box season, and they made a mystery disc, and it's a mid-range, and I thought it was closest to the MD3. And then after a little while I wrote Foundation, and I was like, will you guys say anything about this thing? And no one did. The Foundation dudes did not say anything about this. So I don't actually know what this is. I've thrown it, literally identical to the MD3. And the reason why I say MD3 and not like Mako 3 or anything, or J, is because this sort of plastic, I don't think is any kind of Innova plastic. It looked closer to like the sparkly, there's sparkles in it. It's hard to see. I think it was closest to the sparkly, I feel like this is a Discmania plastic. But yeah, you didn't hear anything about it either? Yeah, they were like, oh, it's going to be a big thing. You're going to be entered to win this whatever. I don't even know. I tagged them in my short. I threw it, and I threw a really good shot with it. And then I was like, oh, I think it's an MD1 or MD3. Can't remember which one I said. I'm pretty sure it was closer to the MD3, though. I'm just going to call it an MD3. I don't think we'll ever have an answer, which kind of makes me mad, and it's kind of dumb that they would do that. So, also, there was another mystery disc in there. It is a mint disc, which I've never thrown mint discs before until then. But yeah, I think they kind of screwed up on that one. And you know what's funny? I've never heard anybody else question that. I'm sure a lot of people get the mystery box. On the bottom of this, it says mint disc. This is a glow. I mean, it's a really cool stamp. If we can get a visual of it. There we go. This is a really cool stamp. It like sparkles and stuff. That is super sick. Still have no idea what disc this is. So what was the other one? Oh, the other one was, and the other one that month was the A5, which it says it on there. It wasn't really a mystery of what it was, but those other two discs were a mystery. Like the other one says mint disc on it, but the mystery disc says absolutely nothing. And there was a hint on the paper, and it said there's a hint in the mini, which, where's that mini? It's a Bogey Bros mini. Nothing on the mini that hinted anything. Nothing in the stamp. I think it was done wrong. I think that whole mystery box thing and mystery disc, I heard they done it in past years, but I want to know what it is so I know, you know, officially what it is. And again, I wrote them twice. I might actually write them again. Like if somebody can let them know that we have talked about them on a live stream on YouTube, maybe they'll take me a little more seriously. That's the first time I've publicly spoken about it, and I'm kind of mad about it, actually. Like, why would you? Like, I don't think anybody ever won that giveaway. It's not really a giveaway. It was a kind of like a sweepstakes kind of thing. Like, you can guess what disc it was, but you're still not gonna win. I don't think anybody won that. They never announced anything. I checked every social media they had. Not a single thing was said about it. So yeah, I don't think they should do that, especially if they're going to not do something that they promised. That's just my opinion. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it for this stream. Thank you guys for coming. It's been great. This has been the best stream we've had so far. I will be here every single Saturday at 7 o'clock. Whatever 7 o'clock that is for you. For me, that is Central Time. I'm in the Central Time Zone. So whatever time zones you're in, I don't know. Plan accordingly. But I do always have them up as like a, what's it called? Every time a stream ends, I put up the next one to where it's like upcoming or whatever. So you can, yeah, this was a good stream. This was really fun. I'm glad you guys liked it too. Hopefully it sounds good. Like I've been talking this whole time and haven't had any way to hear myself. I know the first stream I did kind of sucked. But there was we had some people in the chat. We've had a consistent amount of people tonight, which is awesome. There is a secret giveaway going on, and it has to do with these streams. So listen close. I'm not going to tell you how to win it. I will tell you what you win. Where did it go? Okay, it's not where I put it. The disc is the no, I gotta find it. Where did it go? No, I didn't throw it. It was a S-Line PD. So I'm giving away the Nicholas Antela, something Phantom, Nordic Phantom, whichever one that was. I have a pink one, and I'm giving it away. And it is a secret giveaway, though, that I'm telling you about. I'm not going to tell you how you can win it, but pretty soon when my watch hours get high enough and I can enable perks on streams, the first person to come through with the the thing. Someone's going to do it and not even realize it, and they're going to win a disc. So, yep, secret giveaway. You guys are kind of just get to pick yourselves. I guess I could tell you how to do it. It's gonna be fun. I really want to keep it a secret, but I feel I don't want to confuse people too much. It's you don't enter to give into the giveaway. There's not gonna be like a list of people I pick from. It's going to be. I'll tell you on this stream, and I'm not gonna say anything else. So only you four. I guess technically three because I have it on my iPad. You three people are the only ones that are going to know how to enter. Okay. So between me and you, I am about 200 and I would say 70 watch hours away from 3,000, which gives me crowdfunding perks and stuff. And when I do these streams, you guys can do super chats. The first person to send a super chat when that is enabled will win the PD. But I'm only going to say it here. It's still a secret. That's just between me and you and whoever. And it can be for a penny. I don't even care. I don't even think you can do a penny. It can be for $1 and you're still going to win the PD. So that is the secret giveaway. That's not so much a secret now because these episodes get saved onto my channel. So, which is another thing I was doing. Like I was kind of doing some fun streams to push it. And yeah, someone's going to win a disc because of it. So that is going to be it for this one. Watch out for my new stuff. For the people that weren't here when it started, the how to throw videos are coming back. I'm doing Disc Golf Valley stuff on here now. I got a really cool video coming out on Wednesday. The first how to throw video back is going to be the Streamline Lift, which is a really good one. It was really fun. I'm glad to be doing these again. I hope you guys check it out. That's going to be on Monday. Streamline Lift. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see ya technically Monday, but you'll get to interact with me next Saturday, which hopefully something happens this week. If not, whatever, we can just come back and hang out here and talk about disc golf. And that's the stream. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next week. I wish I had an outro for this. I'll have an intro and outro. Next time I'll work on it. I promise. Share my channel with all your friends, all your family, all your cousins and nephews and nieces and their friends and family and cousins and nieces. So yeah, share it with a bunch of people. Get the word out. Do a drum beat. With my mouth. I'm not a beatboxer. I play actual drums, but my actual drums are not here. If you want, go onto your YouTube search and type in Steve Plays Drums. I will put it in the chat. That is my old YouTube. Go check out my drum videos. Have fun with that. I used to stream that. I used to stream drums, and I want to again. But someone hacked into that account, and I can't get to that account no more. But you guys can go check it out. Have fun with that. And I'll see you guys next time.